Previously on Bold Ambitions.
You always want to be someone like Abdallah.
Abdullah's our all-time leading goal scorer. He's a fighter, he's a worker.
Program icon, honestly. We all look up to him. No matter what the score was in the game, no matter how the game was going, his mentality was always, we're going to go put the ball in the back of the net and win the game.
Of course, I wanted to win the OUA Championship and Nationals to make history for the program. Unfortunately, I couldn't do that as a player, but hopefully I could do it as a coach, supporting the players however way I can, week in, week out, just leading into the playoffs so we can make sure we're in 100% form.
If you just bring in top people, the culture sets itself.
Do stuff without asking, but
In OUA soccer, players and staff come and go, but one thing has remained consistent for the Bold since 2015, that being the leadership presence of head coach Filip Prostran. While at the helm, Prostran has taken the program to new heights, qualifying for the playoffs every year in his tenure as head coach, amassing a total of 91 regular season wins in that span. However, getting the final win of the postseason and lifting a championship remains paramount for Filip Prostran, with the program yet to hoist their first ever OUA trophy.
is it Victor or T-Rex?
I went to a really small school in the States called Graceland University. Our school was in the middle of nowhere, like no street lights in the town, like maybe 1,000 people on campus. There for soccer, I was studying business, but I wasn't a great student, I was an okay student. And just I didn't really have much passion besides the sport. And then every summer there's an opportunity to coach camps at Graceland. And it was really after that experience where I was like, man, this is fun, this is enjoyable, this is something I would do for free. At Graceland, I think it was an academic coordinator or a counselor that always told students there that if you look for something that you love and you would do for free, you'd have a really rich life. So when I kind of stumbled upon coaching that way, I was wondering, could this be something I could pursue? Could this be something I could maybe one day be good at and find lots of joy at?
Good tryout, good.
When I first came to TMU, 2010, kind of on a volunteer come and go basis, and it kind of just slowly evolved every few years to the head coaching role. So that small school in the States, Graceland, Ivan Joseph, he was my coach there, just kind of shepherded me into this position. So I think I've done an okay job of not screwing it up, but yeah, as the saying goes, it's who you know, what you know, and I knew a pretty high-profile guy in our university that really helped me out and gave me a chance at a position that I've like I said, I haven't screwed up too much.
Well, you'll probably do what here? Probably dribble, which is exactly what we want with our pressure and cover.
You know, every year I feel like I'm almost starting new. I almost feel like I've got a decent experience and we've done some decent things, but every year I'm just like, how can I do this better? How can I do this differently?
He puts a lot of time in, not just on the field, but off the field as well, making sure, guys are taken care of, guys are okay, guys are in the right mindset.
The amount of time he puts into film and puts into us and tactics and then training. He comes here probably an hour before, he's looking at everything, he's making sure everything's proper to give us the best training environment as possible. So I think he's the perfect picture for this program.
I think the best thing to be is just authentic and just like, hey, let's go grab a coffee. Like, where are you from? What do you do? The moments before practice, the moments after practice, moments on the bus. I think the best way to build that connection is just for me to be myself. I think I have a unique experience as a player, not just hitting the highest highs, but also just kind of the process of trying to evolve your status on a team in terms of playing and leadership and all that.
We made the friendship about a few years back, and then I got to know him more last year, and then this year we gotten a lot closer. Communicating a lot more off the field also, helps on the field. It's just been very easy to get along because we think alike, we have the same mindset.
I can't come to work every day and practice and just yell and scream and be Mr. Tough Guy. And if I'm not enjoying it with the staff, with the players, then, what are we really doing?
Anytime you're 1v1, Chris will make that run.
He's super dedicated to things he really loves. That's with his children and then also with his team. I feel like he puts everything into it, and I feel like that's why they've been so successful over the years. He will lose sleep when he loses. Like, he takes it maybe even more than the players, maybe because he feels more responsible because he's the coach. But yeah, like, you have to give him like a week to calm right down. Because like I said, he will literally, it's not an exaggeration, he'll lose sleep over it.
Yeah, the motivation every day is I know what a national title brings. I know that joy and that history it brings. When we won the national title, I think we scored 5 goals in the tournament, in the round of 16, quarters, semis, finals, 5 goals, all from set pieces, corner kicks, free kicks, whatever. And then we won the final on penalty kicks, 20 penalty kicks. So whenever I'm preparing for playoffs, whenever I'm preparing for big games, I know the value of set pieces and penalty kicks because I won the biggest prize, like leaning on them. And I draw mostly from those experiences as a player. And then these past, 6 or 7 years as the head coach at Team U.
His desire, his mentality, his preparation to win is spot on.
To bring a championship home, not only for him, but for all of us, would be just a great feeling at the end of the day.
What I tell our guys a lot is, we're gonna hoist the trophy one day. I don't know if it'll be this year or next year, but we're definitely gonna hoist the trophy, the 2 biggest prizes, the OUA and the national title. What it's gonna do, it's gonna make the team live on forever. That's what it does. I think when you're on a pursuit of excellence, when it's done, only then do you reflect back on the amazing stories that built it. Sometimes when you're in the moment, you're just kind of focused on winning and getting to the next round and going from this place to that place. But as you take a step back from the painting and have some time to reflect, you really see the whole picture and you really understand what the value of the national title is. And it's really the connections and the memories and the team living on forever. And then I've been trying to build that here, and let's hope this year's our year.
After a hard-fought 1-1 draw against the Carleton Ravens in the nation's capital, the 6th-ranked TMU Bulls return home to Downsview Park for a nationally ranked rematch against the 3rd-ranked Ravens. A win secures 2nd place in the OUA East for the TMU Bulls and hands the previously undefeated Ravens their first loss of the 2024 season.
All right, look, we've done enough talking throughout the week about what we need to do to win, what they're going to present to us, and it could be completely different than we planned. That happens sometimes. Like, they might sit really low, they might press the whole game, whatever. We'll deal with it, we'll adjust, and move forward. If you don't fight, win first and seconds, you're coming off. I want all fighters on the field today. We know you guys have so much talent amongst you, but anyone that doesn't fight is coming off. Fighters are going to come in. Fighters will win this game and win this league this year. Nobody, and I mean nobody, comes to our house and pushes us around. Okay? Win today, I promise you we're going to the final. I promise you. Let's go.
Once again, they were the ranked #1 team in the country, right? So that always gives you an extra edge on your shoulder, a little extra chip on your shoulder, It's something to keep the team going.
On a national level, Carleton is probably one of the biggest games in youth sports.
We're all here for each other, we all fight for each other.
First at 90, we lock in.
It's a family here, we fight for each other.
Win on 3! 1, 2, 3, win!
Top of the arc! Organize, top of the arc!
Jibo, drop, Jibo, drop.
Jibo's out there! Hey, see out the half, come on. No, let's move on.
Get the fourth one next time.
Yo, being for real though, don't get too giddy. There's still 45 minutes left. Don't get too giddy. There's nothing sweet. Like, there's nothing sweet at all.
We don't sit here. We sit, we let them attack, we don't do that. Keep going. Keep going. We don't sit here.
But the most important thing I have to say is when I walked into this change room, perfect reaction at halftime. You guys are all mature enough, you've all played enough games, there's so much more games to play. The way you started the game is the way you start the half, is the way you finish the game. Everything you guys have been doing has been fantastic. The press has been great. The ball winning, Luca P, Luca D, Colin, every single one I could name. The next goal breaks their spirit. The next goal is embarrassing. We have to play for that next goal. The next goal wins this game, and then job is done. Right now, far from done.
The mentality at halftime, honestly, this whole season has been amazing. To be honest, every halftime, no matter the score, has always been don't take your foot off the gas. The game's not over. There's another 45 left to go. So there's no one's conceited. You know what I mean? No one's arrogant. No one's thinking the game's over.
Nobody touched it, our ball!
That's game, Rob. Let's go.
Vamos!
Let's see you down the line. Yeah. Let's see you guys down the line.
1 second. Hey, this is what happens when you commit to defending. You commit to the game plan. Everyone's working. No one's above each other. New lineup. Guys in, guys out. It doesn't matter. Next robot in. Hey, this is what happens when teams come here. When teams come here, they just leave with a story. Oh, we shut up. Well done.
It was a good sign for our team. It was nothing really to do with Carleton. It was more of a sign of what our team is capable of, what our team can do when we have a clear game plan, when they follow it, when they execute it, when everyone's healthy and firing on all cylinders, kind of what we're able to accomplish.
The week going into the game, been training hard, and I knew it was a big game, and I knew I'm a big game player, so I knew how to perform. When I got on the field, it kind of felt like just a regular game, but when the goal started coming, it's built off of that, I guess.
That's what he does. So part of me is surprised, obviously, because it's, wow, first half hat trick against Carleton. I mean, who would have thought that? But at the same time, it's like when you have a player of that quality who can make something happen out of nothing, it's almost expected of him.
Big win versus number 3 in the nation, Carleton. Achieve all 3 goals. That's how we take care of business at home. See you next time.
On the next episode of Bold Ambitions.
I think the first road trip of the season is very crucial. Kind of connects all of us together.
We're really stuck together, whether we want to or just by force.
The whole time, the guys are just having fun with each other. It's a great experience. Right when we hop on the bus, we know that we're going there to get the job done.
Play with heart and passion. That erases the possibility of fumbling the moment. Every point does matter.
Take care of the job, the business, and then the rest will take care of itself.
It's just one big team, one big family.
We laugh together, we cry together. Definitely pulls us together for sure.